Okay, thank you very much. I hope you had a good lunch and that you're all raring to go. I can see Jirina is ready to go. Thank you very much. We move on to item 7b concerning the periodic reporting exercise in the Arab states. Our electoral group 5B. And I hand over the floor to our ADG.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. As stipulated in Article 29 of the Convention, it is one of the obligations of state parties to submit to the Committee a report on the legislative, regulatory, and other measures taken for the implementation of this Convention. This report should also include updated information on the current status of the elements inscribed on the representative list in the country. Once these reports are examined by the Committee, a summary of this report shall be sent to the following General Assembly. The Arab States region is the third region to submit periodic report on the implementation of the Convention, following the reform of the periodic reporting cycle on a regional basis. For this cycle, the reformed exercise continues to show very encouraging results, as all 18 state parties from the region submitted their report, achieving a submission rate of 100%. Thanks to the support of Sharjah Institute for Heritage in the United Arab Emirates, a presidential training for country focal points was held in English, French, and Arabic in March 2022. Besides the training, the capacity-building approach rolled out by the Secretariat allowed the continuous online support to country focal points throughout 2022. While the reports show many achievements in the safeguarding of living heritage in the region, reporting states face different challenges, such as limited financial and human resources, scarcity of readily available data and information, difficulty in running broad consultation with stakeholders, and especially among communities. A short clip has been prepared presenting the testimonies of some of the country focal points for periodic reporting. Since the clip will be made available through the website of the Convention, I would like to show you the beginning of it. Can you show the...
Inédite pour les points focaux, pour les institutions qui sont en charge de la rédaction et de l'élaboration de rapports périodiques, parce que c'est la première fois qu'un élément ou un élément de patrimoine culturel, c'est-à-dire plutôt un point de patrimoine culturel sur les matériels, est sujet à une évaluation d'abord au niveau national, parce qu'on est obligé de faire des enquêtes, des études, des travaux de compilation, de tous les travaux, de tous les éléments de patrimoine culturel et matériel sur le sol national.
Actually, the communities were involved in the periodic report process from the very beginning. They contributed to be a part of the team for drafting the report, especially the accredited NGOs in the convention. They have representatives in the periodic report drafting team.
Local community members are actively involved in periodic reporting. It's also important to mention that the local community play a significant role in the decision-making process when it comes to the protection and the promotion to their heritage by involving them in the public awareness campaigns, educational initiatives, and other activities to ensure their intangible cultural heritage is maintained.
Défi majeur, je pense.
So as I mentioned, that was the short beginning, but the clip is available on our webpage. With the submission of 18 reports on the implementation of the Convention and on the status of 46 elements inscribed on the representative list, a large and rich amount of data was generated and is now being analyzed. As a first step, data has been proceeded in order to develop an analytical overview by a collaborative research team composed by experienced facilitators from the global network of facilitators. This analytical overview, which you can find in Annex 1 of Document 7b Rev, key trends, challenges and opportunities related to safeguarding living heritage in the different countries of the region. Periodic reports show significant state support for intangible cultural heritage, strong regional and international cooperation, and considerable youth engagement, including through formal and non-formal education. While the analytical overview already contains useful observation, an in-depth analytical report will be presented to the committee at its 19th session next year. That's it for me, dear Chairperson.
I would like to applaud the state parties in the Arab States region for a solid engagement and a spirit of cooperation. The floor is open to the states who have submitted their reports under the 2023 cycle. And in the interest of time, I would like to limit interventions to 1 minute only. I know you have prepared texts, but we are all very hot and we are chasing a time schedule, so I beg your indulgence and understanding. Thank you very much. So I open the floor for any state that would like to intervene. I see Saudi Arabia. Please go ahead whilst the others are thinking about it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairperson. I would like to thank the Secretariat for their detailed reports, also for assisting state members to submit their reports in an effective manner, including efforts in training state focal points about the periodic reporting mechanism. Also, I would like to thank all state members of the Arab region on their efforts to complete the report, which resulted in 100% submissions. It is our pleasure that the Secretariat considered the Kingdom's methodology in preparing the periodic report as an exemplary one. Saudi Arabia has taken extensive measures in order to effectively and credibly complete the periodic reports with all stakeholders where there were 88 entities participated in the report. 5 workshops were held to introduce the report. More than 125 individuals participated in the reporting mechanism. Over 4,500 data were collected to write the report. Also, there were over 300 surveys collected from entities and individuals. Dear Mr. Chairperson, after examining the results of the report, we saw there are several factors affected the practice of some of the elements due to different factors, notably the pandemic, where we found that some of the elements were impacted by the pandemic, like al-Majlis element is a social practice where people gather in public spaces, open spaces. It was a factor that impacted the continuity of the practice. So what we would like to encourage all state members and also the Secretariat is to fund scholars, researchers, in order to extensively and scientifically study the impact of global pandemic and also social phenomena, armed conflicts on not only the element if it's practice or not, or like there are factors that determine the continuity of the element, but also examine how the impact of these factors on the practitioner's behavior. And also we would like to have more longitudinal studies to see how the behavior of the practitioners change from time to time, and also publish these results in order to do a comparative analysis between different regions, different countries, and that will be learning lessons in order to safeguard our elements. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Saudi Arabia. Does anybody else require the floor? No, I see no request. Oh, check here.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Are you from the Arab
No.
region? Oh. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I just thought I should lighten the moment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. We thank the Secretariat for continuing the successful reform of periodic reporting, including the online training provided for focal points, other assistance offered, and the opportunity to submit reports by the 7th of January of this year. We congratulate the Arab countries on submitting almost 100% of their reports within the ordinary deadline. We are confident that the last remaining report will also be submitted as soon as possible. The particularities on the language of the form might probably be one of the reasons why some of the reports have been more concise than in the previous regions. ISESCO and the UNESCO Category 2 centers have been instrumental in building the capacities assisting in the creation of transnational nomination files, preparing of exhibitions and publications, and they could serve as a good example for other parts of the world. We commend Morocco, which was able to work on its periodic report and host a meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee at the same time. We appreciate the updating of the data output models that allowed a user-friendly visualization of the qualitative data analysis and commentary structured around the SDGs. We thank the team members and collaborators who carried out the analysis of the report, and we are looking forward to an in-depth analysis on the reports in the next year. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much. Can we now move to the draft decision, please? Thank you. There were no amendments. I don't see any request for the floor. Can we adopt draft decision 18.com7b? I see no objection. Adopted.